Hello, everyone, and welcome to the power rankings for GDL Crown Division. Today, I am here, Gangster Samurott, and with me I have Captain Pookie
Hello.
and Wi-Fi.
Hi.
Yeah, we have the podcast squad with me as Ninja Warrior and Captain Pookie as
System.
random hero, I guess.
Oh. Man.
Yeah.
Can't I be Ninja Warrior?
Yeah, but you don't speak Dutch. Unless you...
Oh, no, you're right. I do not.
Yeah, you didn't learn from Anzaro?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I should have him
Anyway,
teach
these videos take long enough, so we should probably get
me.
going.
That's true. Let's not. Let's get going. Right.
Okay, so
Who's
for
that?
the first team on the list, we have Gonzep. We have Jumper King. So does anyone want to say something about this team?
I love the Zapdos Slitherwing core. I think it's a really strong pivoting core supported by the Mega Diancie, which gives of course it can deflect the hazards, which means that you can pivot around more freely and break and clean with your gouging fire, which doesn't have to run boots.
Yeah, we're rocking the double magic bounce on this team
Yeah.
with the elite hazard removal of Zapdos. So, yeah.
I
This
know
is
it's
very
like
nice
a
for
tier
gouging
5
fire
and doesn't matter, but why is there a Beartic?
because
There's no counter to a well-played Berserk.
that's a good question. Actually, there isn't a snow setter. Because it
I
makes
was looking for the Slow
look
King.
at the matchup sheet. It makes all of the. Yeah, I was looking for the Slow King.
Yeah, we needed an
I'm
ice type.
sloping this year.
It's,
We need an ice
it's-
type.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably fine because it's a tier 5.
Betting might not be doing too much, but
Yeah,
I do
you
think
do have a
this
lot
team
of physical.
is pretty good. Like gouging fire is absolutely terrifying, and it's kind of surrounded by horrifying things as well. Like
Yeah.
the DNC. It is a little on the slower side.
Yeah.
Like capping out at 110 isn't fantastic. You're gonna need Scarfers most games, I feel.
Yeah,
to
though
try
you
and-
do have some really solid scarf options in
Slitherwing
Basculin.
Slitherwing can do it, yeah. Basculegion is excellent.
Yeah.
Espeon could do it as well if you need a fast one.
I like Arboliver as a really nice value pick. I think the grassy terrain is really nice for gouging fire because
Jump
that
Kibbles does like his grassy terrain.
that recovery is really nice. I'd say with Clodsire is probably the Pokemon I don't like too much yet, though I understand that it brings a lot of merit with its ground poison typing and hazards. I just think it feels like a huge momentum sink on this otherwise very momentum heavy team.
It is a bit of a momentum sink. It doesn't but it also fulfills the role of like a reliable switch into a lot of things. It stifles setup, but if you do have some scary dragon dancers, for instance, which you might not be able to deal with otherwise, with your slowness, Clodsire can be here and say no.
Yeah.
Also, he has loads of hazards, and otherwise we do not have very many of those. I think we have actually nothing other than Clodsire, come to think of it. Diancie can set up rocks, and Bishop, actually.
Yeah, Diancie also gets spikes.
Does it? It's never
Yeah.
pressing that though, right?
I mean, it can run Elite Set.
Yeah.
It does, wow.
Yeah, it's Bishop the answer, so there's not too many options.
I think Clodsire's good for that reason.
Yeah, it works.
Alright, I don't know if we want to do ratings. Just kind of listen to what we're saying, dude.
Yeah, listen to what we're saying. Ratings are hard. They're all just going to be like 6 to 8 anyway.
Yeah, whatever. No ratings this time. Can we go on to the next, or is there any final comments?
I think we're ready to move on.
Yeah.
Good team. I like it.
Ooh, it's the
Got to play it
Dragapult
this
one.
week. It's kind of scary. Oh god, Dragapult.
Dragapult.
We have Mystic with the Midnight Snows.
Mega Aggron is interesting on this team. I guess it's nice with the split F walls of Vaporeon and Fezandipity, and then you get the wish for it. I just think this is another very momentum heavy team that enjoys having Pokemon you can swap around for, though I think it can function as a good breaker on this team.
Yeah, it does have high attack and stuff. Which you could
It
get
does
about.
have high attack. It's not just invincible. It kind of packs together with Vaporeon and Fezandipity, the three of them create a pretty sturdy combo. You are a little ground weak though.
Yeah.
What is the ground resistance on this team? It's got two immunities, Masquerain.
Chimecho.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huge ground resist there.
So that is a weakness of this team, where it's a bit ground weak.
A bit.
As in, it's quite ground weak.
I'd say I think this
It's also a
team
bit
just kind
water
of
weak for that matter. Like Vaporeon.
well, Vaporeon is a really good immunity. I think you'd want another grass with Ogerpon because of course it's a really threatening game ender, but it doesn't really function well with the supportive aspects of the grass type.
Yes, it is not. It doesn't do your usual grass type role of beating ground and water types because it's part fire type.
Well, it does beat ground and water types. It just doesn't really.
Oh yeah, but you can't like the defensive aspect of it, right? You can obviously destroy them, but
I'd say
take those hits.
Despite having a Dragapult, I'd say this team is actually fairly slow because of course, you have Dragapult and Half-Flame. Half-Flame being item lock means it can't run Scarf or anything. You have Crocodile as a solid Scarfer, but aside from that, most of your speed tiers are around 80 to Crabominable.
That is true.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well.
Does that even seem like the best team for webs on Masquerain?
Yeah, there's not a lot of mid-speed things that really take advantage of webs. Like Terrapagos can.
I think it's nice for Half-Flame though.
That is true.
Yeah.
You can stifle this Scarfers for Half-Flame.
I struggle to see what Crabominable does here because you don't really have a Trick Processor.
Be a tier 5.
He's tier 5, you know?
It's like
he's got high attack, he's a fighting type, you know? He might do something
I guess it works.
He's like a guy in tier 5 that's like kinda okay-ish, so...
Yeah.
I don't really have issues with Crabominable here.
I think Terrapagos and Half-Flame together, Terrapagos spinning for Half-Flame is really nice, especially with them both giving a lot of threat of setting up and winning the game immediately. So I think that gives it a lot of offensive pressure, especially if those are broken for the Scarf Crocodiles to break in.
Okay. That's an interesting team.
I think we can probably move on to the next team.
Yeah.
Sure.
Alright. Up next, we have
this is going to be a bad one.
with Tobias. We were just talking about Cura. How does this guy get Cura Blando? That'll only happen in GDL 2.
Yeah, that'll only.
Not only is there Kieran Lando, there's also a Mega Lopunny there as well. How did this happen? Whoops. From having played this team, I can say that trio is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, I think it kind of speaks for itself. Kyurem Slowking Landorus is an insane core because you can get in Kyurem to break. Lopunny pivots around. The value tier 3 Azelf is really nice. Grimmsnarl's also really good value. You have plenty more pivots. I think it's just a really solid team.
It is. I think possibly one of the weaknesses is that the steel type is like kind of mid. Like you have Copperager here kind of being a matchup merchant, adding a lot of resist to the chart when he may not come that much. But relying on like the duo of like Landorus Slowking and also
Yeah.
Rotom Heat will.
Oh no,
It's
now I need to
probably
rely on my Landorus bulky core.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it also does not have the most amount of removal options. Like you have Rotom Heat, which is good, and then Landorus, which you don't
Yes.
really want to run Defog
I
on,
do
and
remember.
Armaldo, which you don't really want to bring. And then also no grounded
Armaldo did
poison.
work against me, I must say. It was kind of embarrassing.
Okay, so actually Armaldo good. Bring Armaldo every game here as the
Yeah,
trainer.
he should bring Armaldo every game. It's actually a really good one. But yes, there is no poison type, so toxic spikes are good into this team.
But grounded poisons aren't useful, remember?
They not?
No. No, but I think this team actually does do a fairly good job of circumventing the grounded poison issue by having a lot of Pokemon that either don't care because there's Landorus, Rotom Heat, Azelf all being ground immunities.
Kyurem will probably
And
run boots anyway.
yeah, Kyurem runs
That's
boots, Slowking regens it off, and also I think this team does a good job of not giving the opponent enough time to really set and capitalize off of toxic spikes.
It is quite a fast-paced. There's not a lot of. Well, basically the only completely passive guy is Dusclops. You also have like Slowking, who doesn't do too much damage, but
Slowking can set up Future Sight, T-Wave and stuff. It's solid. Also that Chili
got a lot of moves.
For the Blizzard is huge on Kyurem, and for the defense boost.
So yeah, good job, Tobias. I
Yeah.
guess. Nice
Congrats,
team,
Mike.
idiot.
Yeah. I guess he's gonna. I guess he's just gonna win again. Lame.
Well, I hope not.
Now this is not
But he
Erik
might.
Victini. You know, he can lose sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, next person. Ashente. This is Ashente's first GDL season. But
So I played against this team last week, and the first thing that stood out to me was there's an awful lot of red in the weakness section there.
yeah, I see one rock resist. Who's that? Golem. Okay.
I did in fact bring Bandit Terrakion. Yeah, we're really struggling on rock resists. We're really struggling on fighting resists. There's just an awful lot of weaknesses around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do love
kind of reliant on Mega Altaria. Why? There's 2 tier 1 fires as well.
Yes, it's a little interesting.
Though
They do occupy very different roles, but they are still, they get killed by the same things.
Yeah, the Heatran Tangrowth Manaphy core is still really defensively sound, and I think that can put in a lot of work if you use them to like you have some really strong priority on this team with low kicks, Lycanroc, and Cinderace Sucker Punch, which is definitely an option. So I think
pretty quick team as well.
Yeah. It does struggle hazard. Well, no, I guess you have Cinderace hazard removal wise, but I think you are over relying on Cinderace a bit because you don't have a Spiker. I don't know if Lycanroc Dusclops rocks, but you don't have a very good. Oh yeah,
it can use them, but it probably doesn't want to.
Yeah, I guess you have Heatran for rocking, but your hazard game isn't too strong, so you are relying on Cinderace a lot for quick sword.
There feels like there's a lot of things that are just kind of there, like, yeah, this gets Rapid Spin, or yeah, this gets Defog, and is on my team. And I'll bring it maybe
Cryogonal and Tatsugiri, yeah.
And Emolga.
And Emolga, that's true.
Yeah.
And then Mega Altaria doesn't really want to do that all the time.
No.
Can also work.
It's I'd say that this team has some pretty solid speeders though, which
the speed is very nice.
Yeah, especially with the priority spam, and you know,
Mm.
I think there's a lot of good pivoting. I think it really aims well at opening up Mega Altaria as a Wincon and Manaphy.
Yes. I do feel like the Heatran Tangrowth Manaphy core, and then you have that every week probably Cinderace as well, and then you fill in like with either Altaria, Lokix, and Lycanroc, maybe one of the shitters, depending on what is good in the matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this team has some pretty exploitable attributes, but definitely some good parts as well. Next one. I don't actually know who this is.
Salina Bulwark, me neither.
Anyways,
Let's have a look.
talking about
This
defensively
is-
weak teams, what do we think about the
This
Tornadus
is,
Petron Florges
Ruben
core?
Pace. Hey, what'd you say?
Talking about overly or weak defensive cores, what do you think of the Tornadus Therian Petron Florges Suicune core?
Oh god,
Sounds
that's
annoying.
gross. And the
Yeah,
Gligar there for good luck as well.
Yeah, and then when you finally break through that core, you have the 5 Fallen King Gambit to look
It's
down.
true. This is a very defensive team, actually, looking at it, isn't it? The
Yeah,
like
but what's...
offensive things we have is Ogerpon, Wellspring, and Mega Manectric, and Tornadus, of course. With like the King Gambit being there as like the slow boy.
Yeah, Petron can
Ditto
run
is also
forward.
here.
Flareon isn't real. Is it? Is it really?
I mean, Ditto exists, I guess.
Ditto
Well, I
does.
feel like
I am not a Ditto respecter, I must admit.
I feel like
I think
never
this
see it get
team-
drafted. But
It does struggle against setup somewhat though, because
Yeah.
you don't have too much reliable facing. You have I guess you have Whirlwind Tornadus Theory, but when are you running that, and then Haze Suicune, but I think it's really nice so the team doesn't get overpowered by things clicking sub DD or whatever.
He's a looming threat on the matchup sheet.
Yeah. Plot Tornadus is really nice for this team. I think it does
Yeah.
force it into either Tornadus or Petron running a more offensive set each week, because you don't really have too much of a strong special breaker.
Mega Manectric's there. He's
Yeah,
not
but then
like
if you
super strong, but
if you have a good ground type, Mega Manectric can be wall because there's no
That's true.
hidden power or anything.
Ditto can
Yeah.
be a strong special breaker.
It can.
You just gotta copy something silly, like, I don't know, Kyurem.
Yeah.
Easy. Then you have a Kyurem on your team. That's
Yeah,
great.
just copy the Kyurem. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Leave Annie. I don't think Webbs does anything for this team outside of Ogerpon.
It does seem like not a fantastic team. Levani itself.
Maybe like
yeah.
an offensive Petcher run, because we could say you'd have to bring that.
Yeah, I think offensive Petron generally does work through just kind of, you know, living and hitting, but you know, it's nice.
It seems like those top four, those like bulky boys, they're probably gonna like not. They can go like a super stally route, super defensive, but all four of them can like pull off an offensive role as well. I mean, obviously Tornadus can pull off an offensive role, but Petra and Florges and Suicune can all do it as well.
Yeah, I think it's a really solid team. It is a bit setup reliant, but you know, you still have some very strong raw breakers.
Yeah, I think raw damage output is probably one of the weaknesses of this team.
Yeah, though I do like it.
On Ogerpon.
Yeah, it is a bit stally, but that's just the style of the team.
It's alright.
Alright.
There's a lot of types missing, I just realized from this one, huh?
Oh, what are they? Oops.
No
dragon,
rock
no
type.
fighting.
Yeah, it's over. This team sucks.
Yeah. Mainly looking at the dragon and fighting, and kind of psychic as well. But...
Force of the
Anyway.
Washed. I also don't know who this belongs to, but
this is Oceanic Gamer.
looks pretty good.
I've got
at
the
a first
dark
glance.
open. It's got a gold egg on it.
Goldango
There's a
Mega Gallade.
Swadloon.
There is in fact a Swadloon. That's because Livani was taken by
Yeah,
the
lately
previous guy.
This team, though, I would say abuses webs a lot better, with the Goldango and Mega Gallade being able to break things really well under webs. Which
true.
I think in general,
really likes it, I feel.
it's a really nice core.
Yeah.
Goldango Tinglu.
Also got some good removal options in Cyclozor Road Wash.
Yeah,
Very
you get
efficient.
an actual rapid spinner is really insane because there's not too many on this board outside of Great Tusk, because Iron Treads is banned, of course, this season. So, you know, it's some good removal for the Enamorous Therian. Tinglu doesn't get 2 chips, and you can still hazard stack with your Tinglu and Swadloon if you feel like it.
Or Roserade, I guess. Is
Yeah.
Roserade gets spikes and toxic spikes.
yeah, Swadloon every game, of course.
This team has an awful lot of ice weaknesses. There's quite a lot of red on here as well, I can see. Although a lot of it doesn't actually come into that much for play, because you have decent resists.
Like, if your ice resists Goldango and Rotom Wash, I don't think you're losing to ice spam that much. Especially when a lot of the ice weaknesses are stuff like Scyther and Swadloon.
That is true. The Scyther
Yeah.
and the Swadloon being 2 of the weaknesses, you can probably live with that one.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Two bug types taint the matchup sheet a lot. But, you know, Scyther's still a really solid Pokemon. Swadloon doesn't really count at all.
The Swadloon's there. Probably should bring it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We love Swadloon here. Not too much else to say, I feel like, or
No,
Yeah,
I do
just
quite
seems
like it.
Very solid.
Yeah.
Solid team, really good hazard stack offense, if I'd say so.
Alright. Up next. Well, I really should have looked up who was in the league at this point. 'Cause
This
I also
is
don't know.
Mountain Man.
Ah, okay, okay.
I got the dog open, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right. So this team. Oh, I like this team. This team looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd say your speed options take a bit of a drop off after Crobat. Well, yeah, you have Infernape, I
No
guess.
respect on Raichu's name.
I do not have respect on Raichu's name that much,
That's
unless
a good tier 5.
It is a good tier 5, but it's not like, you know.
It's a good tier 5, but it's a tier 5.
Yeah, right.
It's also not
So
that
this
much.
is another game where I feel like we're gonna be seeing a lot of Scarf Hydreigon or Scarf Samurott for speed control. Because Crobat doesn't want to come every game.
Also,
to be super fast.
to kind of not the most impressive tier 1s that are also both dark.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
And are we? We're not actually that weak to Fairy. We've got 3 resists. There's 2 steel types, I see.
I don't count
Metagross is
Forest as a fairy resist.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
Look,
the
he
fighting
might not be a
resists are
fairy
also
resist
not
comparison to Mega Gardevoir, but Mega Gardevoir's on this team, so you don't have to take hits from it. It's fine.
Mega Gardevoir is really solid on this team. I think it forms a very threatening breaking core with the spike stacking Hisuian Samurott and the Hydreigon.
It's very threatening.
Yeah. I do appreciate that Metagross has been drafted alongside Forretress, because I think Forretress is just a bit of a fraud steal on its own.
Poor guy. I still like Fortress. It's a really good low tier option for just the amount of utility that it can do, and its defense is still ridiculously high.
Yeah, also still good
Sounds-
typing, but just no death.
Exactly right. It doesn't have very much Spadef, but in fact we got 2 of those guys on this team. There's a Rhyperior as well.
Yeah, except Rhyperior just doesn't really have a good typing.
That
You
is
cannot
true.
turn around.
This team is a little. If you go on the show hide more stats thing a moment, gangster, because I have a feeling above that one, that little plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it get stat checked? Or...
Like, we're not killing it on the special defense side just in general. Like, Mecha Gardevoir has 135, but it's also 60 HP, and you're not going to be investing into that. You're
That
kind of
seems-
relying a lot on Gothitelle and Lapras to take special hits, which isn't a good thing.
I think there's AV Metagross and AV Rhyperior, which are quite solid, but it does kind of
Force them
shoehorn them
that
into
role,
an item.
right? Mm. And AV Rhyperior can only take on so many things. Like, if
Yeah.
he's a water type, he's still just going to keel over and die.
Oh, and AV Hisuian Samurot's nice, but it does want to run Scarf as well.
Gothitelle
So,
is an interesting pick for a tier 5, considering we already have 2 psychic types.
I'd say it's good value. It gets like Encore, Thunder Wave, whatever. It does give some special bulk. I think.
It does give some special bulk.
Yeah, Frisk is really nice, reveals items, whatever. Shadow Tag is banned, so it can't do that.
It would also definitely not be a tier 5 if that was allowed.
It might be a bit better than that.
Yeah, you know.
But no, I do still like this team.
Yeah, I think it's really solid. It's not got any of the really big factors like the Dragapult, Lopunny, Goldengo,
Yeah.
etc. But it does really it functions well as a team.
Honestly, I feel like Mega Gardevoir is one of the, you know, that is a big factor in my book. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. To move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I do know who this is. This is
Yeah, I wondered.
I've never seen this
who
man before in my
manages.
life.
Pittsburgh Steelers. We were just watching a game from this team.
Yeah, absolutely tragic crit turn 1 on the Kilowatt roll. Most hacksy game I've ever seen.
That was a roll.
Okay, but about the actual team.
Yeah.
Instead of the game, which is like not what we're doing right now. It's weak to getting hacked. No, okay.
Yeah, it's weak to the Chukla. But I'd say
I think this team is pretty solid.
You have a really bad rock weakness though.
Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is Sandy Shocks isn't exactly a defensive stalwart, and Primeape is Primeape.
Primeape is not the most sturdy. That is true. It is a bit rock weak. I will accept that one.
And also, by rock weak, also kind of weak to stealth rock, because a lot of your defensive mons don't like Primarina is a really nice mon, but it does get chipped down by hazards a lot. Same with Mega Sizzle. You do get defog with Mega Sizzle, and Rapid
Really
Spin
don't
with
want to be
Serena.
pressing that. Yeah, I think that is. It looks like Serena's going to be spending a lot of time spinning on this team.
Which means
is
if
fine.
they have
That's kind of what it does, right? But
yeah,
it's not fit for every game.
Hisuian Arcanine, Mega Sizzle, Latios Primarina, really nice breaking core. I think it's a nice team. I think there's some really between the Dragon Fairy Steel, you have your speed and your bulky pivots priority with Mega Sizzle. I think that's really solid.
Something I do like about this team is I could see all of these mons coming to a game. Now I feel it does seem a bit strange saying that, because probably I would have said Kangaskhan is like the weakest mon here, maybe. But we did in fact just see Kangaskhan come to a game, and it did all right. Big Kangas can still do some stuff.
Yeah.
Which is nice, because it makes it like somewhat unpredictable as to what Duke's actually going to bring.
Yeah, you do have to prep for every Pokemon on this team instead of, normally there are some Pokemon you can ignore.
Yeah, you just, like before we were talking about Crabominable, that's not turning up. You're fine.
If your team has a fighting weakness, Primeape can turn up. If your team has a normal weak, well, by normal weakness I mean like no ghost or whatever, Kangaskhan can. Well, I guess that's scrappy, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Maybe if your team does have a really good ghost. Nah, that's also a Persian. What could be?
Persian's good.
Persian's a value mon. I've always seen people always pick up a lowland Persian. I'm not convinced by it, but other people see the value in it, so I'll accept it.
It looks foul play. Lifts some physical hits. Not the worst.
Not a bad mon. Fast underwave. That's what it does.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot
really
of the
nice
time.
speed.
Yeah. Honestly, Latios Mega Scizor, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep. Solid
Wonderful
overall.
duo.
Next, we have my goat.
Randy does beat Raoul.
We got Raoul on this team.
Okay.
What a monster.
And Randy.
Off the bat,
and also
bit
other
of a
Randys.
speed weakness. I'd say you do have 2 sand sweepers in Dracovish and Excadrill, but no sand setter. And both Dracovish and Mega Medicham can capitalize off of webs, but not really a web setter.
Okay, yeah, it was like I saw the Wigglytuff and it was like, oh no, is there no fairy? But there isn't an Amarith, so that's fine.
It's okay, we actually have a real fairy.
Mm.
It's quite a good one as well, actually.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
just also a Wigglytuff which you kind of don't have to prep for, but whatever.
Yeah. Also, on the same vein, there is also an Arbok. You know, he can absorb toxic spikes. He's there.
Yeah, I would
if
say
there's
this is
if he faces Sneasler, he can come.
and still
Sneasler is
take
undrafted
40
in this division, but never mind that.
Still take 40% from ban.
Yeah, that's fine. He kills it with Earthquake.
Yeah, I'd say it has a solid mix of offense. Despite the speed, Raikou and Hisui and Zoroark are nice breakers to pair along with
We
Draco.
have a lot of damage on this team. Like Enamorous is very strong. Medicham is obviously insanely strong. Dracovish, that's a bit silly, really. You know.
Yeah. Arcanine is a good pivot, and it's also quite strong. Gives you priority.
Arcanine, I feel like, is a very valuable mon on this team. He fills in a lot of the holes.
Another.
It does. Defensively, this team is not amazing. Like it's being held up by Wo-Chien and Arcanine. Because Walrein is like kind of fake, you know.
If you're ever fighting a Pokemon that doesn't get an offensive Pokemon that doesn't get U-turn, Wo-Chien's your guy.
Yeah.
Defensively, it's a bit weak, so I think that does compound with the speed issue, which makes it quite weak to Scarfers. But I think it has some solid priority with Mega Medicham, Arcanine. You know, that works.
Like, the hard hitters all get pivot moves. So with smart use of them, I think you can keep up momentum and keep the damage rolling.
Yeah. Not the worst. Hazard Game is a bit lacking. You only really have Excadrill for rocks and Wigglytuff, but you know I wouldn't consider
You
it.
only have Excadrill for rocks.
Yeah, you only have no spikes.
This does seem like Excadrill is not. He's a utility mon on this team. It feels like
that's like the only hazard guy here.
Yeah, I do feel like this is.
Oh god, he's got to do all of the hazard setting and all the hazard removal. Man's working overtime.
Hey, T-Spikes Arbok.
What does he get that?
Probably.
I've never seen.
It's a poison. Oh, he does!
It does. Let's go. Oh my god.
There we go. So when he plays Tobias, he can bring
T-Spikes Arbok. We didn't say anything. This team's fine hazard-wise. You know, he has T-Spikes Arbok.
That's all there is to say. Oh, by the way, which dog is Randy?
Yes. I think both are Randy, if I remember correctly. I think both Arcanine and Hisui and Zoroark have been named Randy.
Is that Randy as well?
But I think Hisui and Zoroark is a fox, so Arcanine should be.
Walrein is also kind of a dog.
Well, maybe Zoroark is pretending to be Randy, and that's part of his gimmick.
I think Arbok's also got that dog in him.
And Raikou is
also.
also.
Leave a comment down below who Randy is.
Yeah, who's the real Randy?
Alright.
Argentina Giratina. This is fire equipment, I think.
Yes, it
I
is.
think so, yes.
Yeah, I know one of the new players' team name because they were also in RDL.
Nice.
All right.
Lots of slow Pokemon and Weavile.
I mean, I see a lot of green in the speed here.
Yeah, I was saying they're slow is a bit mean, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it does. It is a lot of
There are
105.
3 at 105 though.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's slow, but it's like not where you want your entire speed
Yeah.
Yeah,
tier to be. I mean, Mega Sharpedo's a bit deceptive because it does get the speed boost before Megaing,
yeah.
but
But
then
that
you
does
can
kind of
just
make it a
save it.
one-hit one in terms of cleaning. There's a lot of really good cleaners on this team, I'd say, actually.
Yeah.
Rah.
Very strong
Uh,
priority in Weavile, Ice Shard, and Raging Bolt, Thunderclap.
I don't know how to really feel about Mega Sharpedo and Weavile being combined. I feel like they kind of do pretty similar things.
They do actually.
Yeah.
They're both glass cannon dark types, which in water and ice kind of hits similar-ish things as well, in a way.
I don't know how to feel about Skeledirge on this team either. I think it kind of it's a bit of a momentum sink when you have such a strong pivoting core of like Raging Bolt and Polion.
Yeah. Does have a couple few good removal options in Empoleon and Toadscrew.
Mm.
Hmm.
But
It is also like it's a bit ground weak as well, in that a lot of the strong mons are not able to take ground moves, like kind of relying on Toadscruel.
we have
Miss
Golbat.
Magis and Oricorio are like, well, they don't want to be coming in on strong physical attacks, really.
Yeah. Although you do have such a strong breaking core in Raging Bolt, Weavile, and then there's God War and Mega Sharpedo to do. There's a lot of strong attack stats here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a lot of. It might be. I feel like we could do with more bulky pivots, maybe, to try and use the glass cannons better.
Yeah, there's
Empoleon, I think,
Empoleon,
is
which
really good here.
good, but
And Raging Bolt also, I must get Volt Switch. But, yeah. I think another bulky mon, like, instead of Skeledirge that can also pivot might fit a bit better, but
Yeah, you could. I could see like
it
a
does,
Mega swap out working here.
it does, like, having a reliable defensive mon like Skeledirge is never a bad thing to have, I think.
Yeah.
That's an interesting team for sure. It's got a Golbat on it as well.
Yeah, Golbat's the goat.
I mean, yeah,
That's a good mon.
he's definitely fine for tier 5. Probably not
It
showing up
is
that much.
not a grounded poison type. What removal do we have? We have Empoleon and Toadscruel and Golbat.
I mean,
Uh,
Empoleon, Toadscrew are
Oricorio.
pretty solid removal.
That's fair. Toadscruel is a. This actually looks like a pretty good Toadscruel team to me. I think he does quite well on it.
Yeah, you know, I'm happy Toadscruel finally found his place.
Exactly, right?
Alright. I think we can move on
Good.
with Terra.
Right, Mobile Garchomp.
Oh, there he is. There's Mega Mawile. That's a good one.
I'd say this
We
team's
have
pretty solid.
the Alomomola to support them a while.
Yeah, it does.
This
click
team,
with,
in fact, has quite a lot of pivots to get more while in.
I like
Jolteon, Mesprit,
Tier 4
Moltres,
Polteon is really solid. That's a really nice cleaner.
Yeah, like half of your team is
It does seem like the goal of this team is to pivot into either Mawile or, if you're feeling crazy, Poltergeist and Venomoth to set up and sweep.
Though I'd
Also,
say,
Garchomp's here.
you know, the pivots aren't too passive.
Alamomola's pretty passive.
Alomomola definitely is. Rest are
Mola can click like Miracle or whatever on AV sets. I'd say it's a nice AV runner here because you have Moltres for the physical bulk.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Moltres is also nice.
Yeah, that's just also pretty malleable in what defense you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Garchomp.
like, defensively, it's looking pretty solid. Like, there is very little red on that type matchup sheet. We are like not really lacking in any resistances that I can see. Like,
Yeah. Orthworm is a Pokemon that exists here.
hey, Orthworm isn't. I feel like he's not doing a huge amount, but he does kind of. He's had some hazards, which this team doesn't do that much of otherwise.
It has
Like-
Garchomp.
Well, yeah, but using Garchomp just to set up hazards makes me sad.
He also
I've done
has
that for
Mega
like 2
Mawile.
weeks in a row.
Yeah, he also can set up rocks.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I'm confident for the Mega Mawile.
Orthworm can be here so that Garchomp can actually spend more times pressing Earthquake and less times pressing Spikes.
Yeah, I think it's a solid secondary steal to Mega Mawile because, you know, it's
Yeah.
not the most defensively sound Pokemon in the world.
Exactly, you don't want to be. His goal is to blow things up rather than take all of the hits. And Orthworm
Yeah.
can do that while also not being like weak to like doubling up on the weaknesses too much. Like you double up on the fire weakness, but other than that, like you're fine actually.
I'd say a bit of a
And-
speed jump from Sarud to Jolteon.
There is a bit. That is true. Some like 120s might be able to take quite a lot of advantage of
Yeah.
that. And
So I don't
Jolteon
think-
isn't the most threatening one to have like as your highest speed because he kind of just gets electric moves.
Yeah.
So you get Signal Beam. We allow Signal
It-
Beam,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
we do allow Signal Beam.
That's a good move.
So you know,
what else
you
does...
gotta watch out with those Nuzleaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
It gets, you know, Jolteon coverage being nothing 80 BP or above.
Hey, it's better than nothings.
Yeah,
It gets
you know,
like
it's all-
what Shadow Ball and Alluring Voice, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Alluring
Shadow
Voice
Ball,
is like a
Alluring
new
Voice.
evolution move
Hyper
that they
Voice,
get.
I guess.
Weather Ball to beat the,
A Weather Ball that can have more than 80 BP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait for Sunny Day Alomomola into Weather Ball Jolteon.
Yeah, that's the strat.
Does it get Sunny Day,
And you
actually?
use Leaf Guard with Zarude as well.
No, it doesn't. It does get Snowscape, though. Icy Rock Alomomola is gonna be, you know, I can't wait for it to win GDL finals.
Yeah, honestly, solid team.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it's got a reasonable amount of structure to it. It knows what it wants to do.
Yeah.
I think it can pull it off pretty well.
All right. Oh, we are already at the last 3. I feel like we're going like reasonably quickly. Ah, okay, yeah, 40 minutes.
Honestly, that's
like-
probably a good thing. Sometimes these videos take like an hour and a half
Yeah,
of yapping.
we can like finish it in an hour. If we could probably finish it in like an hour. now. Lucas. There's the Great Tusk. There's the big spinner, man.
Yeah,
There
great
he
tusk.
is. And we also have another big spinner, man. Mega Blastoise. I feel like you've got 2 of the best spinners and they're on the same team. That's not fair. But this team looks really good. What the hell?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. The great tusk and Latias, Jesus. Tinkaton's really solid value on here as well.
Like actually, like pretty nice tier 5s as well. Dusknoir, quite
Yeah.
show up.
Mhm.
Slide up's gonna be nice for if you want webs. Like Great Tusk has the
Yeah,
Great Tusk is nice
here's,
for webs.
here's a fun fact about Dusknoir for you. It's come to 3 games and it has 7 kills.
Okay, so
Don't-
yeah,
I don't-
Dusk Dwarf is definitely something that shows up occasionally.
I haven't watched Lucas's recent game, but it clearly kind of went crazy.
I think it
Um,
ran Power Up Punch.
Yo,
Oh
let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, I watched that. It was definitely doing stuff. And Glaceon
Yeah.
can be nice as well, occasionally, because high special attack.
Yeah,
Probably
it's not like a zero threat, and if you did fancy on bringing 2 tier 5s, it works quite well with webs.
Yeah, I like the Dunsparce and Quillfish here. I think they're quite good at, paralyzing, clicking Thunderwave or Glare. They can. I think Quillfish can set hazards, which is really nice for this team. It can, because Meowscarada is a very strong Pokemon, but it's not the strongest, so it can really do with a lot of help. Setting spikes or breaking for the late game.
This, honestly, looking at seeing Great Tusk, Thunderous Theory, and Meowscarada and Latias on the same team,
Yeah,
I feel like there's not a lot you can go wrong with there.
like I don't think all of these Pokemon should have made it to pick 4 or whatever.
Wow, there were so many good things on this draft board this time round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Lucas is what? Oh, he's not. Yeah, pick 14. That's it. Was it 14? Oh, technically 12, because there's only actually 14 people in the
Yeah,
division.
pick 12.
He's close to the wheel, so yeah. Speed tiers are
I
solid.
could see some potential issues with offensive flying types. Looking at the matchup.
You have. Tink.
Yeah, I could see
yeah.
that.
Tinkaton, like. Tinkaton
It could
beats
lead.
them if they don't have recovered for it, but like. Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I think
they do,
Tinkerton,
yeah.
Tinkerton can get overwhelmed as well because, of course, it doesn't have that
Like a
reliable
lot
recovery.
of the special ones get heat wave.
Yeah. Taking Tinkerton out of this team, it does get a lot weaker defensively, but I mean, saying that, you still have the Mega Blastoise and the Latias and Great Tusk.
And also, that's why Tinkerton is there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This...
You're not reviewing the team without Tinkaton out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid team.
That's pretty good. If we were giving numbers, this might be the highest one.
Yeah,
For
on
me,
a roll.
Unless it's this one with Gregory.
I mean, to be fair,
Okay, this also has Urshifu,
given
Rapid,
terrifying...
why does he have both of these?
Yeah, and there's a Melmetal there as well.
This team really, really does not like Rocky Helmet.
What is it? Yeah, he does have 2 of the I don't want to see Rocky Helmet mons.
Yeah, please don't run Rocky Helmet. But does she get knocked?
Does he get knocked?
Oxy.
Yeah, it does.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, you have some solid knockers in Absol and
Yeah, well, she's got them solid knockers.
Shut up.
Oh, I got
knock off
confused 'cause you
users.
pronounced
Solid
Urshifu
knock off
differently.
users.
Okay.
Yuxi.
Yeah.
This team is very top heavy, I feel. It looks like we have 3 incredible big boys.
Also a Salamence.
There's a Salamence there. He's honestly looking not too scary compared to the rest of them.
Yeah.
Also, Mega Absol is here.
It's
and then a bunch
Salamence.
of supports.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, sounds about right.
Yeah, for fire though.
If you can get like these 3, get some support for him.
I do think if there is a weakness to this, is that it's a little slow. The fast thing, like Mega Absol is obviously fast, but it's also very frail. And Grafaiai is like, eh. So you haven't got like crazy speed on your like damage dealers, as it were.
Yeah. Although, they're not the worst. I think you...
it's not bad, but...
I like Alolan Ninetales. I think it does well on Salamence. I think the only thing I don't like with the Alolan Ninetales is the kind of anti-synergy it has with Blood Moon, because it can't use Moonlight properly.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I think otherwise it's got some solid fail stuff. I think Urshifu Rapid on the Veil is absolutely insane. I think if it gets a sword stance, it's that's
Yeah.
what I got banned from OU this gen or whatever.
Yeah, and Salamence with Veils also very solid.
You can just set up for free and start murdering things.
You have that Anger Shell
Yeah.
Claw under under
Yeah, the some of the lower tiers here, like a Bramblegust and Colossal, do in fact get Rapid Spin.
I think Bramblegast is just so inconsistent though. I don't. It's a very weird Pokemon because it is immune to specifically wind moves, which
it can't get Hurricaned.
yeah,
Or Heat
I
Waved.
guess if you're fighting a Tornadus player who can't read, then like Bramblegast is a very solid switch.
Gonna rock up with Dual Wing Beat and smite you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Colossal is a very good Terra Captain, which isn't allowed. So
Yeah, no,
he's
so now
there.
he's just like a bit better Macargo.
Nah,
I
he's
love
worse
Sled
Macargo.
as Macargo.
He doesn't get Recover and Shell Smash.
That's true. He does have stats though.
Can we not compare Macargo and Colossal at the moment?
That's got the same typing.
Yeah, same type. They must be this. Actually, no. I think they do have really similar stats.
They have like high defense.
Colossal also has
Colossal
high
like
HP and
Colossal
special
has like
defense.
other stats as well.
Yeah.
Cargo has like kind of
Nothing.
okay special attack, and that's kind of it.
It's like 80.
Okay. So they have, looking at their stats now, they have almost the exact same stats, except Colossal has 50 more HP.
Yeah.
Which I think makes quite the difference.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, so since we're comparing Colossal to Macargo, I think we're ready to move on to the next one.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Whoa.
Salisbury Scrap.
Yeah.
Yo, this team sucks.
Yeah.
Terrakion
running lows here.
Revis, did he get permission from Ansara by drafting Revis? Because this is copyright infringement.
I think I did actually. I definitely asked because I was like, gonna pick up either Mischievous or Dusclops, I think. And I got persuaded that Mischievous was better.
Okay.
No bias at
Oh
all.
no, it's either Mischievous or Haunter actually, never mind. So it was almost like Anzaro and Fish were like fighting for my tier 5 ghost type.
Yeah. Jokes aside, I really like this team. I think it's really nice. Yeah. Moon is really a good speed pivot thing. Terrakion's strong.
Yeah.
I think you got
Terrakion
two
and Verona, like
really good. You got two really good tier 2s that have only just become tier 2 recently
Yeah.
in Verona and Terrakion.
Absolute steal.
I remember
Yeah.
back in the day when we were making fun of GDL for making Volcarona tier 2.
To be fair, I agree with that. I think Volcarona is a fraud, but it works well on this team.
But that
You
was like
need
Gen
that
8.
separation.
No, I do quite like. I was pleased with what I managed to come up with here.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of pivots and a bunch of setup sweepers, basically.
I'd say this is another team where there really
Fairy
isn't a bad Pokemon.
Oh, don't look at that.
Okay.
What? Huh?
No fairy.
I don't have a fairy type.
Oh, no. Instant
That's
zero.
fine. I've got 2 steel types. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how it balances out. Just cover. I think
I mean, you have
Fairy is
Volcarona,
actually.
you have Terrakion. This is just a Gen 5.
Yeah, just Terra Fairy the Misdreavers.
This was not intentional, but I did in fact draft like only Gen 5 and before Pokemon because Roaring Moon is just Salamence.
Yeah,
This wasn't intentional.
Roaring Moon's my favorite Gen 5 OU staple.
That's Salamence Plus,
Yeah. I think Fairy's a type that you can go without on certain drafts as long as your steals are good enough, which I'd say
Yeah,
they
you have,
are.
you have two good ones. So.
I've played. I quite frequently do this, which may not be a good trait, but I'm quite used to playing without a fairy type. This is also a side effect of being old, but I did make sure that I had two steel types that don't. And something I like about this, their weaknesses don't really overlap with like being steel types. So of course they're both weak to fire, but Bronzong can also change that if he so wants to.
Yeah, and you still have Flyspore as a good ground.
I think the fact that your weakest Pokemon is Samurott, which is still a very solid Pokemon in its own right, is or at least for a Tier 5. I think that's really good. I think all of these Pokemon can definitely come to a game.
Yes, that's something else I like actually as well. Yeah, Mischievous and Samurott might make an appearance. You never know.
Mm.
Yeah, Anzaro will force you. It's in the contract for being allowed to draft.
Yeah, for drafting it, yeah, I have to bring it once.
Yeah, I'd say only thing I'd say you could do a bit better is I think there could be, aside from Volcarona, you don't really have that strong of a special breaker.
That's fair.
But I think even then you're putting a lot of pressure onto the physical side, so it's not the worst. And you have Mega Abomasnow, which is a good mixed threat.
Yas. Samurott and Electros can press special moves, but they are a little on the weaker side.
Specs Tentacruel, the usual.
Yeah.
Specs Bronzong.
No. You got to bring Mamozong, right? That was the real thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that's that. We're done. That's the
Mhm.
last one.
Yeah, that's the last one for now until we record Armor Division and GDL 2. So
not
we're not
we,
halfway done yet, but we are done with this video. But of course, you are not done with clicking like, subscribe, and commenting who's the real Randy. I'll pull it up
Oh my god.
just in case. Who of these is the real Randy? Comment right now.
It could even be Wigglytuff.
Yeah, very Miss Lycanroc Dusk subscribe plug. I but yeah, I think the team.
Thanks for listening to us ramble.
Yeah, the team's very good this season. I hope
Yeah,
to buy
honestly.
a win.
I don't think we've seen a well. I
hope
think you'd
Master
expect
Frank
that
beats us.
from the top division, but we haven't seen a single bad team. Is what I'd like to say.
All right, we are within an hour, so new record probably.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what the record is, but bye.
Bye.